The House approved the passage of a $585 billion defense bill. It's now going to go to the Senate. It's 1,648 pages long, because apparently we're back to fighting Nazi Germany again, and I just missed it. It allocates $63.7 billion to overseas contingency operations, but do not call that war. That's what everybody wants to make clear about this. It's not war spending, it's just contingency operations, and $63.7 billion worth. Now, think about if one of our enemies did the same thing. They took $63.7 billion in their military budget and allocated it to fight somewhere overseas. Would we look at them and say, no, it's cool, Iran is just doing a contingency operation. They're not actually fighting wars. No, we flip out and call them terrorists. But when we spend $63.7 billion on operations fighting overseas, we're like, that doesn't matter. That's like we do that on a Tuesday before brunch, dude. Calm down. It's just a contingency thing. It's not war. It's the same argument that we use with drone strikes. So we do drone strikes in Pakistan, Yemen, and Somalia and other places where we have not declared war. And the argument is it's okay because this isn't an act of war. We're just doing drone strikes. Well, again, if China decided to drone Tuscaloosa, Alabama, would we say, it's cool, guys, they don't mean it. It's not an act of war. It's just, they're just droning. What? Who cares? No, we would flip out. So we live in a fully Orwellian society at this point, where everything means its opposite. When they talk about, in the U.S. government, perpetual peace, they mean perpetual war. We're still at war. I don't know if people know that. I mean, I know it's not spoken about in the mainstream media because they do a terrible job, but we're still in Afghanistan. We went back to Iraq. Like I said, we're still droning in other places. We have 900 military bases around the world. But again, these things aren't discussed. So let's dig even deeper into this budget and figure out what's going on. I want to give you an idea of just how much we waste money. So just a few examples. In the bill, $24 million is given to Guantanamo Bay to expand construction. Now, you're probably thinking, just like I was when I was reading through this, well, wait, isn't Obama at the moment transferring more people out as he should, making deals behind the scenes with governments like Slovakia and saying, please take these two guys, they're not guilty, and we can't release them in America because our Republicans are fucking stupid? Well, he is doing that, but remember, the Republicans and some Democrats decided they don't want Obama to close Guantanamo because he's been hinting that he's going to. So what did they do? They blocked him from trying to do just that. And they said, no, now we're going to spend $24 million to expand Guantanamo. Say something. That's what we're going to do, big guy. Oh, you don't like it? Why don't you veto the bill? Which Obama very rarely does. He's done very few vetoes since he's been in office. Again, I hope he does on this one, but it would be bold if he does, and he hasn't done it in the past. Let me give you a few more examples. We give $351 million in this budget to enhance Israel's Iron Dome. Now, you might say, well, Israel's a great ally of the U.S. Why can't we do that? Well, that's double what we spent last year for this. So they're increasing it. Why are you increasing it? And furthermore, Israel can afford it. They're not exactly a poor country. And not only that, we learned recently that Netanyahu was bypassing the executive branch, bypassing Obama, going right to the Pentagon and taking our weapons. And when Obama figured out, he was like, what the hell? What are you doing? I didn't approve of this. This is insanity. So we have a government that's our ally that's not acting in accordance with our executive branch, doing whatever they want. And what do we do in response to it? Oh, we'll give you more money for Iron Dome. Again, they can afford it. They don't need us to do it, but this is how the United States of America functions. Like I've described before, warfare is our welfare. We have so many jobs tied to the defense industry that it doesn't matter. It's a blank check, and Congress, of course, is bought off by those industries as well, so it works out for everybody except the fact that we're funding perpetual war, and it's a morally bankrupt system. Also, $2.9 billion is given to the Afghanistan Ministry of Defense. Now, we already gave them $5.8 billion, and we have nothing to show for it because, of course, that money was wasted, and the Taliban, whenever we leave, the Taliban is still going to take over in the region. But why not blow another $2.9 billion while we're at it? $1.6 billion we're spending now to train and equip Iraqi security forces, the same Iraqi security forces that we already gave $25 billion to, and they don't want to fight. Remember, we built up the entire Iraqi army, $25 billion worth. And what happened when 900 ISIS fighters came to Mosul? They literally dropped their guns and ran away. Thousands of them. So we're just funding a puppet army. So again, we're just wasting $1.6 billion. But like I said, the real reason why we're doing it is probably because, hey, we can make more guns, we can make more tanks, we can prop up the U.S. economy even more with our warfare/welfare spending. And then finally, I love this one. We're giving $75 million to the government of Ukraine. Why? I don't know. Who cares? I don't know. They just decide. That's just what they do. Just give $75 million to Ukraine. Who cares? They do this with Egypt, too, all the time. But give them $1 billion. Fuck it. Why? Now, again, the reality is we give them this money, and what happens, it comes right back to us, or I should say, not us, the taxpayers. That's hilarious. No, it comes right back to the military-industrial complex, to the different defense companies, whether it's Raytheon or KBR or Abrams or whoever, and then it goes back to Ukraine, Egypt, and the rest of these places in the form of tanks and guns and you name it. So it's warfare that is really welfare. So there's the U.S. economy in a nutshell for you. We just throw away gigantic hordes of cash for the military in all these random areas. And the same time this is going on, Detroit's water is literally turned off. We have a shitty educational system in the U.S. We have our infrastructure, which gets a grade of D, and we have many problems like our healthcare system that we should be spending taxpayer money on that we need to fix, but we're not going to fix it. We're too busy blowing money in this way.